What is up, guys? My name's Aaron and I am a professional club fitter. I figured while I'm out here practicing, I'd take this time to answer some of the most frequently asked questions that I get about club fitting and that whole process, just the whole job in general. And also, we're gonna hit some slingers while we're at it. So the number one thing that I get asked is usually just what is the best part about being a club fitter? And there's two answers. One would be the answer that you wanna hear, which is, everybody is their own puzzle. Every swing is their own unique challenge for me, which is awesome. I love that part of the job. It really is great. But the other part that I don't know how many people know is we do get a lot of perks. We get free balls sometimes when our reps are, I love our reps. Our reps come in all the time, they take care of us. But then it's also really, really cool to see a lot of the new clubs before they're released. So like we were one of the first ones to see the QI35 when it came out, outside of obviously the TaylorMade R&D people. But yeah, we got to see that before a lot of other people. All right, let's hit a big old sling and draw in there. Yeah. Okay, another question I get as a club fitter is what is the most important club to get fit for? And there are a few different trains of thought for this. There's, okay, you got the putter, which obviously is the only club you're using every single hole, but that's not my answer. Putter would probably be second or third most important. For me, driver is the most important club to get fit for, and here's why. You know how not fun golf is if you can't get off the tee box? It's not fun at all. If you can get off the tee box really, really well and you're having a bad iron day, like you're still having a good time, you're still, giving yourself opportunity after opportunity. But if you can't get off the tee box effectively, at least, you know how much harder that makes golf? A lot. So for me, my answer would be always get fit for driver before you get fit for anything else. I also get asked all the time, lessons or fitting first? Always lessons. Guys, please listen to that. Always lessons. Because if I fit you for a driver and you go out and get lessons and your swing changes, then you're gonna hit that driver bad and you're gonna be like, well, you misfit me. No, your swing changed. So that's one thing that, it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen sometimes to where it's like, okay, well, when I fit you, your swing was completely across and down, and then you got a lesson and all of a sudden you're up and outside. No crap, this driver doesn't work for you. It doesn't fit your swing anymore. So that's a little pet peeve that I would say I have sometimes. It doesn't happen super often, but sometimes it does. All right, let's hit another slinger. Oh. Another question I get all the time is what is the most underrated golf brand? And to that, I would say Srixon. I think they do not get enough love, at least in the United States. I think their irons are right on par with, Titleist, TaylorMade, Mizuno, all the best irons. I think their wedges from Cleveland are absolutely awesome, and I think their golf ball is, the Z-Star series is absolutely up there with Pro V1 and all the other premium golf balls out there. All right, high cut, here we go. Nice. And if anybody wondered, I do have a what's in the bag, a full what's in the bag on my channel, but to give you a quick little rundown, it's Srixon ZX7s, RTX 6s, as far as wedges, QI35 Max driver, QI10 Tour 3-wood, and then Lab putter. And I think that's it. All right, let's hit a stinger now. I used to be good at these. I'm not good at them anymore, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, it's about as low as you're getting from me. Now, a common golf question that everybody has their own answer to, I have two answers to it, is what's your dream foursome? As far as professional golfers, I would say obviously Tiger, I would say Ricky, and then I'd probably say John Rahm. I think he would be awesome to play around with. But then for me, I also think that Grant Horvat and the Bryan Bros would be genuinely like one of my top foursomes that I could think of. And that's just crazy to think about, that I wouldn't know them if it weren't for YouTube. But yeah, that's awesome. And they would absolutely be one of my top foursomes to play around with. Okay, favorite course that I've ever played. I got to play Bethpage Black one time. That was awesome. I also used to caddy at Lancaster Country Club in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is the home of the 2024 Women's US Open. So that was pretty cool. All right, this club is made to cut, like you just saw, and I can't draw this, so we're gonna do our best to draw it. Oh, we drew it. All right, one more. I got to execute that better for you guys. Nope, the straight ball. Told you we can't draw it. Okay, one question that I feel like every golfer has their answer to, and that is, what is your dream course? So for me, I prefer like scenic courses over history. So for me, it would be Banff Springs Golf Course in Alberta, Canada. Actually, just my dream golf trip would be to that whole like western, northwest Canada area. I'm sure there's got to be so many cool courses up in the mountains up there, and I would absolutely love to take a trip up there and play all of them sometime. Let's try and draw this one. Kinda. Okay, back to fitting in the golf club stuff. One of the questions that I get all the time, and it's kind of a weird one, is what is the best wedge in golf? Like, I don't know why people ask that more than driver, irons, anything like that. I get asked about wedges more than anything else. And my answer to that would be whatever looks and feels best to you. Whatever wedge is gonna give you the most confidence around the greens, that's the one you should be playing. Because irons and drivers, you know, I can watch somebody swing and I can tell them based on the numbers what club's gonna be best for them. But with wedges, it's a lot more personal preference. It's a lot more of a personal club. So for me, I like the RTX 6s and the RTZ, so that's what I have. But if you like Vokeys, get Vokeys. If you like MG4s, get MG4s. Really is no right or wrong with wedges nowadays. So just get whatever you're gonna feel most confident with. All right, let's try and hit a big wipey cut. That is a big pull, and we are OB. This is a shot that I do not have in my bag, but I really want to hit it because I know it looks cool. So we're going to try and hit a really low riser driver. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's do that again, but a little rapid fire. Music or no music on the course? I say music. What kind of music? I always say country or like blues. Something that's going to keep the vibe pretty mellow. Let's hit another good one. Actually wildly impressed at how well that's going. A little bit about my background is I was a college baseball player for 5 years. I was lucky enough to have a long and prosperous baseball career, and now it's golf, so that's not an uncommon career path. Favorite golf YouTubers would be the Brian Bros, Grant Horvat, obviously, I already touched on them. Luke Kwan would be up there. Mac Butcher, I know he just started a YouTube, but I'm excited to see what he has. And then obviously, like the Bob Does Sports guys, they are hilarious. Okay, now we're gonna try and shape some 3-irons because this is a brand new 3-iron. I like it so far, but I feel like I only hit cuts with it, and I wanna know that I can draw it if I have to. So we're gonna try and hit a low draw here. All right, high cut. I know I can do this one.
What is it?
AKS Golf.
AKS Golf.
Yeah, man. I didn't know about this place until like a month ago. I love this place now.
Yeah. Over at Legion Lane where I was. And then I came back here yesterday with my dad because we live close.
Yeah.
He only goes here.
Yeah. Dude, I don't blame him. This place is awesome. All right, now in theory, I should be able to hit a really cool stinger with this. But I've never tried. I know the shaft is a high launch, high spin, the DI, but we're gonna try and hit a stinger and hope I don't break this shaft. I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, now we're gonna have some trick shots and hopefully hit one of these good. I've tried this like twice, so we'll see. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. We're gonna have to de-loft the crap out of this when we actually hit it to make it go anywhere, so. All right, we're gonna pretend we're stuck behind a bunker short-sided and we gotta hit a mega flop. Yeah, all right, I really wanna execute on one of these slingers with this is a 4-iron, by the way, and have it start like out of frame right and then come back. So we're gonna aim super far right. Well, it would help if you get the ball in the air. I don't know how Mac does this. We got to figure it out. I got to get one of these. Oh my gosh, I don't know how he does it. So again, to go back to a little bit about my history, yeah, I played college baseball at Canisius College in Buffalo, and then Shepherd University in West Virginia. I was a pitcher, so I had all the time in the world to work on my golf swing. Other interests would be blues music. I'm in the process of learning blues guitar. I'm not very good at it yet, but if you want somebody to play you the blues scale at a moderate tempo, I'm your guy. Let's hit big high cut again. And then the last thing that is the most important thing in the world to me is my faith. I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by a lot of friends and a lot of family that shares that mindset and that we can talk about it with and have open conversations with it, about it with, and that's awesome. But yeah, faith, my relationship with the Lord, most important thing in the world to me. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, never hesitate to ask. I'll be all ears. Oh no. And then the last thing before we hit all of these balls is a little fit check. We got Abercrombie, I believe. Really like this crew neck thing. We got FootJoy shoes. We got Primo, Primo shirt, Primo hat, Grant Horvat and Phil. If you guys want to sponsor me with some Primo stuff, I would welcome it with open arms. Okay, we got this many balls left, and we are just gonna rip some drivers of different launch angles. This one's gonna be negative. That was really good. If you notice we've lost a couple balls, that's because I keep duck hooking this shot and I can't seem to do it. Most of these have been first try, disclaimer, this one has not. But we're trying to launch this super high and it's a 7-degree driver. So not the easiest thing in the world, but we're gonna keep trying. It's about as high as I can launch it. And then for reference, just because I don't know if I hit one of these yet, this is just what a stock driver looks like. Okay, we got 3 balls left. We're gonna go mid, high, and then low. So mid should just be a stock shot. Pretty high, not gonna lie. I don't know if I can hit one higher than that. Didn't even try it, which is not a good thing. That means I can't flight this very easily. So we're gonna try and hit one even higher than that. It's gonna have to be a cut. Oh yeah, we could hit it higher. And then the last one I'm gonna leave you with, I'm gonna try and hit a stinger. Really bad last one, but until next time, peace out.